Hey, it's Jay here. I want to talk about something that I dealt with in my past that I had to overcome and to be real, still work on today. Feeling like I'm not enough, right? Feeling like I'm inadequate at times, right? No one ever wants to say that, especially men, right? But it's true. Why is that? Why is that emotion there? Why is that if something happens, I feel that way about myself? Um, with me, I look at it as it's a feeling of lack, right? I am in competition with something or someone. Who do I have to be in competition with? When we're in lack, we are feeling obviously inadequate, that we can't compete, we can't match up with someone else. Who do we have to match up with? Who is it? I've worked with people and they'll, especially your younger generation, I should have a house by now, I should be married by now. Says who? Who built the race? Whose race is it? Where's the finish line? I've also learned that feeling like I'm not enough at times is actually a good thing. Because if we had every single thing we wanted all at once, we would blow up. We wouldn't know what to do with all that excitement. So if I don't have something to work for, something to grow on, it would actually hinder me. The human being suffers from two things. We want to look good and we want to grow. And we suffer our growth because we're not willing to look bad at something as we learn it or as we grow through it, right? I'll be honest, I am not a golfer because it's going to take a lot of time for me to get good at it. And I really don't want to go be bad at something and it doesn't have enough of a value to me to go put the time in to get good at it. So therefore, I will suffer by not being a golfer because I'm not willing to put the time in to grow before I can look good. What about our lives? Has anyone ever stayed in a bad situation, a bad job, a bad relationship, um, because they were worried about what everyone else around them would think? You know, maybe you're with an amazing partner and everyone loves them, everyone but you. You'd be a fool to leave this person, but you hurt every day. Who made the rules? Whose life is it? When we live in competition, when we live in lack, when we live in not enough, if you think about when we're driving down a freeway and you're driving the car and there is another car next to you side by side, and the only thing you can do is look out your side window at that car to go forward. How fast are you willing to go? I know that I'm going to go slower than the other car so that that car is in front of me so that I can see what they're doing, how they react. That's competition. I will always, always be seen in someone else's rearview mirror when I'm in competition. Now, what if you could look through your windshield and there was no speed limit, no turns, straight ahead? How fast would you go then? If you had the freedom to just open it up. That's what getting out of competition is. It's being able to see the road ahead of you. Even if you can't see the whole way, you just know you've got it. Because there's no one to compete against. There's no one to tell you you can't or you didn't. We are all going to grow. And that means that we're going to stumble along the way. If you're not stumbling, you're not growing. So sometimes my feeling of not enough encourages me to go get better. I had to learn that when I fall short or when I stumble, it doesn't mean that I failed. It just means I got to work better, work harder. change my tactics, do something that I didn't do the first time so I can go figure it out. Now, when I go back and conquer it, it's empowering. It's empowering to go back and do something that you didn't get the first time. We all learn. It's okay to learn. We got to be patient with ourselves. Be gentle. The world is a tough place. We don't need to be tough on ourselves too.